Great question. Thank you so much for that. First of all, I would say less criticism, more praise. Catch them doing something right. Brag on them a little bit about it. Tell them how proud you are of them. I like positive affirmations. Can kind of help them write their own positive affirmations with a little direction, something that they read every day to help them program their brain to think positively about themselves. Here's what happens a lot, in my opinion. Most teens are struggling with self-confidence, and as a result, they're very vulnerable to peer pressure. The other thing I would do is help them come up with a plan for their life, and it needs to be their plan. In other words, they need to come up with the idea of what they want to do with their future. You help them come up with a plan by doing some research on how to get there. Then work on getting them to buy into that plan and believe that they can really achieve that goal and accomplish that and see that plan out. It starts off with a vision, and then you come up with a plan to achieve the vision. And once they buy into that, then a lot of good things can happen. They won't want to mess up their plan if they really believe they can achieve it. And so they will say no to peer pressure, because that peer pressure that could take them in the wrong direction will mess up their plans, and they don't want to do that. I know it's backwards, but this is a book I wrote for teenagers, preteens and teens, called The Secret Superpowers of Teenagers: How to Shape Your Future and Transform the World. And this is a great book that is very easy to read, very short chapters, and gives them action steps to take to help build their confidence and to help them develop that plan for their future and begin to execute that plan. When I was about 13 or 14, I decided I wanted to be a pilot, specifically a helicopter pilot, just like my older brother, and he helped me come up with a plan on how to do that. My mother was a high school secretary. She helped me come up with a plan on how to graduate early. I graduated from high school when I was 16. I immediately started taking flying lessons. By the time I was 19, I had my first flying job. I did later go to Army flight school and fly in the military as well. But having that plan that I believed that I could achieve with their help and with their guidance gave me goals and built my beliefs and gave me a plan that would keep me on track and keep me from veering off and getting into things that I shouldn't get into. And it helped me to say no to peer pressure. Over the years, I've done a lot of drug prevention speaking. I love speaking to young people, so if there are any of you out there listening who would like for me to come speak at your son or daughter's school, get in touch with the school staff and let them know. I'll be glad to provide references and all of that. I've done it since about 2015. I do a lot of speaking. And I have a way with working with teenagers, and that's one of the things that I do with them. I get into a Q&A session, and I help them, think about that vision for their future and developing that plan and building their confidence and making good choices. So anyway, thanks for your question, and I hope that helps.